Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the top ranking Supreme Arena defenses for this week. It is the end of the week now, it's Sunday. And I know the formations are going to change. The maps are going to change starting from next week. However, I still think these teams probably will be able to be slotted into different formations the next week, and it can give you a good idea of what type of teams you want to shoot for depending on which heroes you have in your collection, because I'm going to show you multiple teams, so the top ranking teams of today. And I'm in rank 4, which is a good position. We're going to be able to look at the other defenses, and I want to show you my guildmate's Wooster's defense. Even though he got hit down, he had a really strong defense, and so I want to show you that as well. And so this video will be useful if, for example, you have different heroes built compared to me. But first I'm going to briefly recap my defenses. They're the same as I was running at the beginning of the week, but I changed around which map I was running each team on. I don't know if this is optimal, but I wanted to experiment with it. So we have the Flwr AKA Splash team, Thorin's Soul Pack team protecting the Flwr, Haywin on the other buff tile, Damien with the charm bonus gives damage reduction and energy on hit to the ally one tile in front of him, and I thought it's good for Scarlita, and otherwise it becomes like there's not actually a good positioning that you want for the other heroes. So, and for my second team, I'm running this Mauler type team with the Sylvina Vala. I chose to run them here because Sylvina Vala either is good on the hidden tiles, but then everyone kind of figured out where my Sylvina Vala are, then it isn't hidden anymore. I think they can also be good in the Scorching Furnace, because here the opponent can't bring much healing, and then if you nuke down the enemy team, there's nothing they can really do about it. The issue with this is that you want to try to position Sylvina and Vala in a way that they would be attacking opposite targets, or like different targets, because the major issue is if, for example, if both Vala and Sylvina are locked onto one tile in the back, and they just put a Brutus there, then you're in a lot of trouble. And then finally we have my another Wilder faction tile with Iron Nuke team, Iron Arden. So Iron does really well with Arden and Caroline, of course, because they deal higher damage in a crowd control oriented comp. I have Resonating Spell on Arden because I want him to cast his ultimate, because that gives you the crowd control, and it also has high damage output. Rowan for energy generation, Lily made to try and counter enemies bringing in Iron. So those were my final teams. I don't know if necessarily they were the best. I did not get defeated other than by Wooster, my guildmate, and then also today Gazon, my guildmate, who managed to defeat everything other than the final team. My final team definitely seemed to be the best, and here he actually ran a crowd control Lily May team, and he beat my Scarlita Soul team, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I did not expect that he would be able to do that. And this team, yeah, he just kind of mirror matched it, but with Rainier getting a valuable positioning, and Brutus was probably tanking all the aggro from my heroes. Okay, so let's take a look at the other defenses we have here. So we have our rank 1 player, previously Splash, now Flwr, and we'll take a look. Okay, so he's running Tie Cholesterol on the first team. So his first team is going to be the Scarlita Stall, almost the same as mine, honestly. Like with Scarlita, Flwr, I'm expecting there to be a Haywin in the back in the hidden tiles, unless he has a Haywin on another team here. Because Haywin is like the dream ally of the Scarlita Stall teams. He has the Mauler team with LENYA in the back. On the second team, full lockdown crowd control team. Now the way to counter this is, of course, bring Lily May. If you bring Lily May, you have a good advantage against this team. But if the opponent cannot bring Lily May here for whatever reason, this team, like, it destroys you. You cannot even take a turn. Like, for example, with this Mauler team, if I run it, I will not even probably get one attack off. I think I've even attacked into it, just testing my defenses. And we're going to reveal his first. So Haywin and Lily May. Yeah, Lily May is good in any of these teams. Maybe Lily May would be better in his crowd control team to prevent enemy Irons running. But yeah, I guess a counter to the Scarlita Stroll teams is the Iron Nuke team, because you can burst through them, and so he has Lily May to counter that. So my Scarlita ultimate is first, but the problem is with this Stroll team, and like I know it very well because I'm running the same team, if Haywin casts her damage reduction ultimate, then you just can't kill anything with your Scarlita ultimate. Like, we got our combo off, we couldn't kill anything, and that is the power of that team. So over here we have the Lily May, so I'm suspecting we win now, just from the Lily May alone. If we still lose, even by running Lily May, then that is pretty, yeah, that is crazy. I did not expect that to happen, so this is apparently a really strong defense to run. Even countering Lily May, that's insane. We're on the OD. This is our last chance of at least not completely disgracing or embarrassing ourselves. Yeah, Vala got the kill onto OD, which is good. Lenya's in the back. The problem is Coco still hasn't cast her ultimate. And my whole team is pretty much dead, so we're done for now. Like, Vala will not be able to break through. So 3 very solid teams. This is, if you have these heroes built, probably this is the way you want to run them. I like Shakir with the Freestos. It's really tanky and difficult to deal with. So Shakir with the Freesto, OD, Coco is a really strong team. And Lenya even did pretty well in that team lineup. So that was a really strong team. Now we're going to take a look at Gazan, who is also my guildmate. And we're going to go back. We're just going to go back to testing our defenses. And so for that, what I have now is Sylvina here, Vala here, like this. And then finally we have this team. So I'm wondering, do we try to copy Splash's strategy and run the Lily May on the first team, Damien on like this sort of Iron team? I don't know. We'll try this first of all. Okay. Let's see what happens. Battle. On his first team, he has Vala Sylvina. So he's running, okay, he's running the team that we were running at the beginning of the week, which is a Vala and Sylvina on the hidden tiles. He's still not being able to kill the Haywin though. This is the thing. So even with the Vala marking the Haywin, it sometimes is not enough to kill her, especially with the shielding from the buff tiles at the beginning of the match. And so yeah, this is still a very solid first team option for us, the Scarlita Stall team. Team number 2 is the Lily May team, and we have Sylvina Vala though. And that can work, I mean, if you kill in time, but no, Arden casts his ultimate, and now my team is dead. This is a really strong team. This is what I was almost running for most of the week. Then finally we have our own team to try and beat his final team, which is his version of a stall team, but with Taylene and Scarlita. The thing with Taylene, I think Taylene doesn't do as well in the Scarlita stall team. It's better to have Taylene in a damage threat oriented team, like with Shakir, Ludovic to heal up the Taylene, and then also like Freesto or Thorin protecting the Taylene. Oh no, I realized now we're not going to be able to see the rank 3. But the rank 3 has... I'm going to look at Wooster's defenses because honestly, I did not expect him to be knocked out. He has really solid defenses. His first team is going to be same as my Floorbell stall team, but with Prissa instead. And I'm going to show that to you. And it has actually win potential against my team. He has Thorin Soul Pact in the Damien. I don't know whether the Damien Soul Pact means that the Tory Chariot is more difficult to kill, or what exactly Soul Pacting the Damien means, but he gave it this positioning so that the Damien Charms will go off onto the Thorn for the damage reduction and energy on hit. But I think maybe it would just be better to give that to the buff to the Scarlita. That's also a good candidate for the buff. So the difference between Floribel and Prissa in this team, wow, his Scarlita got off his ultimate, but he couldn't kill because I think our Haywin ultimate is running for the damage reduction. Otherwise, definitely that Scarlita combo could have knocked us out. And even right now, look how messy it is. It's pretty much anyone's... This shows you that either one of these teams could have won. So, Prissa deals more nuking damage, trying to kill enemies before the Scarlita descends. That's the game plan. And the Floribel deals more crowd control with the knockups and also the minion summons. Like, Floribel is more annoying. Prissa is more nuking, trying to eliminate the enemy heroes. And that was the first team. Now, team number 2, we have... Let's see. Okay, it is his... Okay, so he was running the Taylene Diurnal team on team 2 with Ludovic and Shakir. Like, I mean, the Dunlinger Diurnal team, my best chance to beating this is Vala Sylvina the Diurnal, and I did that. I put Vala and Sylvina on the Diurnal, so this is not a fair test because, like, usually when I'm testing defenses, I don't run, like, I don't like strategically place the heroes, but I did for this, just to see if it is counterable. So that Dunlinger Diurnal team I don't think is best on the second team, and to be honest, Dunlinger Diurnal is just kind of weak to Sylvina Vala, so I don't even know if I would run that team at all. And if you look at Flowers' teams, he wasn't even running a single version of Dunlinger Diurnal, either on any team. It's great for offense, but for defense, I think it's probably not the best option. Now, his final team was a LENYA Vala type team with the buff tiles on the Vala and the Lily May. However, we shredded it with our nuke team. So one really strong team, as you can tell, is the Iron crowd control nuke team with Arden. Iron, Arden, then either Elsa Alamis, Carolina. That is a really strong team. The other team which was interesting was Splash's team with the Lily May on the first team instead of like a Damien. I didn't think that would be good, but it makes a lot of sense. Because if you take a look at how I lost from Gazon, he was running the Iron team to beat my Scarlita Stroll team. If I had Lily May there, I would probably have won. Instead of the Damien. It's very interesting. I'm gonna think about that and maybe even run that. And then the second team that Flower was running, let's see. Second team was the Alamis Elsa team, which I thought is just counterable with Lily May, but apparently not, and I was wrong. Yeah, that is insane. Like, even though we brought what I would consider to be the counter, but actually not. You don't want to run a controlling team into a Wilder faction buff tile because it means that Elsa and the Arden are free to not get controlled in the back. So I shouldn't have ran this team into that, but I should have run Lily May definitely. But I would have thought Lily May alone would be enough to shut down the team because Iron can't cast the ultimate. Lily May deals the damage. But still, even without the Iron ultimating, the Elsa and Arden in the back just did all the work themselves without needing to rely on the Iron. It could be about the Paragon tiers, but I like that team a lot. I think it's a very strong team option if you have those heroes built up. And then you can free up Lily May for another team. And then the final team was the Mauler team. So what you can see is that there's basically going to be 2 Wilder teams, 1 Mauler team. That's even my lineup for my Supreme Arena defenses. And Splash has all the Celestial Hypogean heroes built up. Still, he's opted for this lineup of defenses. I think the Maulers and the Wilders are just really strong. Give good faction buff tiles, and overall, you can run a lot of effective teams. Lenya does well in the Mauler team, with like Shakir, for example. Mikola, not the best option. She's easy to kill. Shakir is good, though. Coco, of course. Ferestro, really good in the Mauler team because he protects everyone. Like you saw there, he was in front of the Odie, he was in front of the Shakir, he allows Shakir to ultimate faster, he probably gave the damage reduction to Odie. Even though we killed Odie, that didn't matter because the other team had a lot of firepower. He has a lot of threats on the team. And the Ferestro is really tanky and deals a lot of damage. So this is probably a really effective way to run the Ferestro along with the Maulers in the final team. Anyway guys, hopefully that gave you a good idea of different defenses you can run for Supreme Arena. And as soon as the new formations come out in the next week, I will try to come up with my top defenses and then my recommendation for you guys as well. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.